Greetings. Ever wondered what collocations are and why they hold such significance in the English language? To answer that, collocations are words that typically go together. Learning them can help improve language proficiency and fluency. Now let's delve into some specific collocations related to textures. Imagine a calm sea or a freshly paved road. You might describe these as smooth. The collocations smooth water or smooth road convey a sense of tranquility and ease. For example, the smooth water reflected the moonlight perfectly. Conversely, you might encounter choppy water or a bumpy road, expressing disturbance or discomfort. The bumpy road made the journey quite uncomfortable. Next, consider smooth skin versus rough skin. These collocations describe the tactile quality of a surface. For instance, her smooth skin was as soft as silk, or his rough skin showed signs of hard labor. Now let's think about dry skin or dry hair, which indicate a lack of moisture. Conversely, oily skin or greasy hair suggest an excess of oil. Her dry skin needed moisturizing, or his greasy hair had not been washed in a while. Dull hair and glossy hair are collocations used to describe the appearance of hair. For example, her dull hair lacked shine versus her glossy hair shimmered in the sunlight. When it comes to comfort, the collocations soft pillow or hard bed come into play. The soft pillow cradled my head versus the hard bed was uncomfortable to sleep on. In the culinary world, tender meat is desirable while tough meat is often not. The tender meat melted in my mouth versus the tough meat was difficult to chew. The sharpness of a tool is indicated by the collocations sharp pencil or sharp knife, while blunt pencil or blunt knife indicate the opposite. The sharp pencil produced fine lines versus the blunt knife struggled to cut through the bread. When it comes to changes in state, we say ice melts and snow thaws. As the sun rose, the ice started to melt, and the snow began to thaw with the arrival of spring. The collocations go soft and go hard indicate changes in attitude or approach. He decided to go soft on the new trainee, versus she decided to go hard on her workout routine. Similarly, voice softens and voice hardens describe changes in tone or attitude. His voice softened as he apologized, versus her voice hardened as she delivered the bad news. In cooking, we might finely chop or coarsely chop ingredients. Finely chop the onions for the sauce versus coarsely chop the vegetables for the stew. Fine grains and coarse grain refer to the size and texture of particles. Fine grains of sand slipped through my fingers versus the coarse grain of the wood was visible to the naked eye. The collocations smooth texture and rough texture describe how something feels. The smooth texture of the silk was pleasing, versus the rough texture of the wall was unpleasant to touch. Go smoothly and proceed roughly indicate how a process or event unfolds. The meeting went smoothly versus the project proceeded roughly. Describing the sky, we might use velvety sky or choppy sky. The velvety sky was dotted with stars versus the choppy sky signaled an approaching storm. When it comes to humor, we have coarse jokes and refined humor. His coarse jokes were off-putting, versus her refined humor was sophisticated and witty. Tone can be sharp or gentle. His sharp tone was intimidating, versus her gentle tone was soothing. Lastly, we have sticky fingers and sticky situation. After eating the candy, he had sticky fingers, and she found herself in a sticky situation when she missed her flight. So there you have it, a myriad of collocations to describe textures. These can enrich your English language skills and help you express yourself more accurately. Remember, practice makes perfect, so try to use these collocations in your daily conversations. Happy learning!